What's up everyone, and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today, let's get started with Dana White teases huge fight announcement for 2025. Late last year, Dana White teased something big for 2025. While fans wondered whether he was talking about a Jon Jones-Tom Aspinall fight, White cryptically added that the fight he was talking about was one fans would never see coming. Since then, there's been no earth-shattering announcements from the UFC for the rest of the year ahead, and at the same time, there hasn't been much progress on a Jones-Aspinall fight. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video to help support the channel. During an appearance on Barstool Sports' Pardon My Take this week, Dana White was asked about the huge fight he teased back in December, and from the sounds of things, even though he didn't give any further details, things are trending in the right direction.
What I was talking about in December, I would imagine it's probably going to happen, and it's going to happen in the fall. A fight that I'm working on.
While fight fans are assuming that the news has to do with the UFC, there's a chance that the big news nobody will see coming has to do with his long-awaited move into boxing. Last year, White doubled down on his desire to get into boxing, saying that he's fully in. Since then, however, there's been no real news. With the MMA community anxiously awaiting news, it sounds like we just have to wait and see what he has in store. Here's some predictions on the big fight that'll be announced according to the community. It's Conor McGregor vs Nate Diaz 3, bookmark this. Watch it be Usman vs Covington 3 as a fight night headliner. I wonder if Tyson Fury will be making his UFC debut. My guess is Conor vs Masvidal. It's gonna be Conor against some washed opponent. I feel like no one wants to see the current Conor return, to be honest. But what do you guys think is the big announcement from Dana White? Drop your predictions in the comments section below. Michael Bisping concerned about Arman Tsarukyan. Arman Tsarukyan is heading into Saturday's rematch against Islam Makhachev with plenty of confidence after going the distance with Makhachev in his UFC debut 5 years back. Since then, Tsarukyan's gone 9-1 with a big victory over Charles Oliveira in his most recent fight. The way Michael Bisping sees things though, the fact that Tsarukyan got into an altercation with a fan while walking out for his UFC 300 fight with Charles Oliveira isn't a good sign. Between that and recent comments the challenger made leading up to Saturday's fight, Michael Bisping is concerned. During a video for TNT Sports, he weighed in. The one thing that's slightly concerning me for Arman Tsarukyan is the mindset. When he was walking out last time, he punched somebody in the crowd. That caused problems. That tells me about your temperament. That tells me about your ability to handle emotions in these big fights, and that can be a game changer. Arman Tsarukyan came out just recently and he said that he's not fully committed to this sport. That to me is very alarming, and I don't know if he's just trying to dismiss Islam, if he's just being a little bit cocky, or if subconsciously he's already starting to make excuses. Based on the latest odds, the MMA community is backing Makhachev heading into the fight, with the champ sitting as a pretty comfortable betting favorite ahead of Saturday's card. During media day, Islam Makhachev came out and reacted to Arman's claims about his secret move that will be used at UFC 311. Makhachev isn't buying the move and said this.
I told you, don't believe what Arman says, because last time he says I will finish Oliveira by 1 round, but they go all distance and he won by split decision. That's why don't believe him.
Merab Dvalishvili explains Umar Nurmagomedov beef. Heading into Merab Dvalishvili and Umar Nurmagomedov's UFC 311 clash on Saturday, the two sides have continued to take shots at one another and even nearly came to blows backstage during the UFC 310 fight week. While Dvalishvili has said that he doesn't think that Umar deserves a title shot for beating Corey Sandhagen, he shed further light on the situation during his Fight Week Media Day interview on Wednesday, indicating that his beef with Umar actually stems from the challenger's alleged disrespect.
I don't need to hate nobody. I don't hate nobody, but it was things that Umar disrespect me. He called me fake champion, which is I'm not a fake champion. He bring it up something disrespectful expression, which is not, and he said it's a Georgian expression. It's not Georgian expression. He mentioned my country, and then he still continue disrespect me, and this is not right.
While it feels as though Umar disrespected him, just like we've seen in the past, it sounds like there's a good chance these two bury the hatchet after sharing the octagon on Saturday night. I want to shake hands and I want to give him respect. I want to be good with him again. We have to settle this one now. We are men. That's okay. Sometimes we'll fight. I'm just upset that he disrespected me. He should not disrespect me. I don't want to have an enemy. While the two might shake hands after the fight, Umar isn't happy with the champion heading into the fight, opening up on their backstage run-in in December that forced security guards to intervene. I wanted to tell him, what are you talking about? Exactly what did I say? Explain to me. I'm not his son. He can't ask me like father and son like why you do this. He's not my father. With fight night just days away, only time will tell how this one plays out. Renato Moicano sends a warning to Beneil Dariush. Renato Moicano and Beneil Dariush might both be 35 years old, but heading into this weekend's card at the Intuit Dome, Moicano is actually a couple of days older. But despite all that, Money Moicano's been leaning into the notion that Dariush is older. During his Fight Week media scrum on Wednesday, Money Moicano sent old man Dariush a warning, vowing to beat the brakes off of him when they shared the octagon.
They calling me old because I'm older than them, so don't call him old. But that being said, Saturday I'm gonna beat the out of the old man. Don't be mad at me. I'm just trying to make funny. But to answer your question, I like Beneil Dariush very much. I respect him very much. He is dangerous. I will beat him. Doesn't matter if he's good, if he's bad. I cannot afford to lose. I'm gonna say the same thing that I say in France. I'm not losing.
Heading into the fight, the MMA community seems pretty split on how this one plays out, with Moicano sitting as a slight favorite as of Wednesday afternoon. With both guys looking to try and inserting themselves into the title picture, Saturday's fight is definitely a must-win for both fighters. Alright fight fans, it's a new year with a whole lot of exciting new matchups. And this weekend is no exception. Tune in to UFC 311 this weekend and get in on the action with our partners over at DraftKings Sportsbook. DraftKings is offering all new customers who sign up $200 in bonus bets instantly after they bet just $5. So don't wait. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using our promo code MMAZone. The crown is yours. You heard me right. New customers that bet $5 will get $200 in bonus bets instantly. If you want to stay in on the action with those bonus bets, try out a DraftKings same game parlay for a shot at even bigger payouts. DraftKings also offers live betting with live markets like will the fight go the distance, making things that much more exciting. If sports betting isn't available in your state yet, don't worry. You can still get in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code MMAZone and bet $5 on any wager to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code MMAZone, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Robert Whittaker provides update on next UFC fight. After a first-round submission loss to Khamzat Chimaev back in October, Robert Whittaker's looking to get back in the octagon this coming summer. This week, Whittaker joined Nico Pajarillo on Fox Sports Australia to discuss everything MMA related, from his return to the octagon to his newfound friendship with Israel Adesanya. While discussing his future, Whittaker answered the burning question on the minds of fight fans. What happened to his teeth after his loss to Khamzat Chimaev? Just got rid of them, fixed everything. I was back at training quite quickly. I've been training for a while now. I've been training here with the boys a little bit, but honestly, I'm working on some new skill sets. I've got some new things that I'm working on at the beginning of this year, in the coming months, and I want to focus on those. And I'm probably looking for a June return. I want to hit the ground running. I want to really just put the finishing touches on some things that I'm working on, so when I step back in the octagon again after a loss, you see me level up. While working on leveling up his game, Whittaker took some time to train with Israel Adesanya, which, according to the Reaper, rules out a future fight. I think we can close that door. I don't think the chances were high just because of where we're both situated in our careers and just the division as a whole. But yeah, that door's shut. I don't fight people I eat with. Now, it seems like the two have joined the likes of Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva, and Demetrius Johnson and Henry Cejudo as former rivals turned friends.
Brother, this is UFC belt. Hey, this is UFC belt.
This is UFC belt.
You ready for defend this title?
I'm ready. Any place.
Brother, if you're not ready, why you take
Anywhere,
this?
anytime.
Why you take this? No. Come here. Why you take this belt? Man?
It's PR. It's the PR
No,
belt.
it doesn't matter. When you have UFC belt, you have to protect this.
Anytime, anywhere.
Just be ready.
Okay.
You ready?
I'll be ready. I'll be ready next time.
Dana White shuts down Conor McGregor rumors and new McGregor lawsuit. According to Dana White, there's absolutely no truth to the rumors that Conor McGregor and Logan Paul will be boxing in India. During an episode of Pardon My Take this week, White weighed in on the rumors, simply saying no when asked if there was any chance of a fight happening.
Hey, is Conor McGregor ever going to fight again for you?
Eventually.
Okay.
Is he going to fight against maybe Logan Paul?
No. No.
While White said that he hopes McGregor returns to the octagon this year, he's now gearing up for another legal battle after being named in a civil suit by a woman alleging battery. The allegations go back to 2023, when McGregor attended a Miami Heat game. At the time, a woman accused McGregor of her in a bathroom. However, after an investigation, the state's attorney's office declined to pursue charges against McGregor because of insufficient evidence and no corroborating witnesses. However, according to MMA Junkie, now the woman is filing a civil suit against McGregor. Concerns rise for Arman Tsarukyan heading into UFC 311? Ahead of this weekend's UFC 311 card, fans think that Arman Tsarukyan is battling a staph infection on his chest. In posts making the rounds on social media, a zoomed-in picture shows what appears to be a mark that some fans think is staph. Although Tsarukyan has not given any indication that he's anything but 100% going into the fight, the post has gone somewhat viral. YouTuber MMA Experts was the first to make these accusations in a video posted on YouTube. If you want to see MMA Experts' full breakdown, make sure to go check out his video in the description.
This compromises his chances substantially against Islam Makhachev. He's taken on the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, and he might be fighting staph infection and taking antibiotics in the lead up to the fight. This picture was from like 6-ish days ago. So I'm sure if it is staph, I think it is, he's on antibiotics right now. Look at the inside of the chest. Look at the crater. Look at the reddish bump. It's small, but it really looks a lot like a staph infection. Before you try and sell yourself on the other side that I'm just reaching and trying to get clicks, hold on 1 second. That's a staph infection. Does that not look incredibly similar to what Arman has? Was he on antibiotics the final week in training? How long was he on the antibiotics? I ask myself that question because if you look at Tsarukyan here, this was the week prior. You don't really see any markings on his chest. I can even zoom this in and make it a little bit bigger and we can try and look. I don't see much. Maybe a little bump starting to develop, but not nearly as red and not nearly as inflamed as the following week.
Based on the findings, the MMA community weighed in with some mixed reactions. Some aren't buying it. Fake news. Another agreed. I've had staph, and I've also had normal discoloration, pimples, ingrown hairs on my chest. Unless the athlete confirms it's staph, I find these photos inconclusive. Others joked about the situation. I'm sure it's normal to examine a grown man's chest to look for staph. Ben the Bane Davis joked about the situation, adding, Arman Tsarukyan spotted ahead of UFC 311 with serious damage to his ears. Fight might be off if the doctors check it. So far, Tsarukyan has not responded to the rumors. But what do you guys think? Is there something going on here, or is the MMA community blowing this up for no reason?